We're here at Miller's Garage. This is where we moved to in 1965. Did a lot of growing up in this place. Did a lot of learning here, as I talked about earlier, with respect to that. It's been a great place for my family. My brother worked there for a number of years. Unfortunately, the economy got to us a few years back, had to shut it down. Today's April Fool's Day. Daddy turned 83 today. And he'd be down here pulling wrenches this minute if the doors was open and we had enough work to keep him busy. I can assure you, he gave his life. He's loved this for his entire life. My family's loved it. It's been good to us, and I just appreciate the fact that it's here and what it means and what it stood for. We've kind of taken a journey back in the history of Herbie Benson. I hope I haven't bored y'all too much, kind of showing y'all where I came from and kind of what I'm about. May 20th is election day. Early voting starts on April 28th, runs through May the 16th. That's for the position of State Court Judge in Tiffin County. And that's an important position. And that's when I'm asking y'all to place y'all's trust in me and place me in that position. I've been an attorney since 1986. I've enjoyed the profession immensely. I've had the privilege of being a municipal court judge for the city of Tifton since 1991. Some 22 years having done that. I've served in Ashburn in the same position, currently serving in Omega, serving in Sycamore. So all told, I've got more than 50 years of experience as a city judge, what they call a city judge, a recorder's court judge, and now they call it a municipal court judge with respect to that. It's a lot of work to do that, but it's also very, very rewarding. State court position is also very similar. A lot of people don't realize the similarities between the two positions. They both handle a lot of traffic court cases. They had a lot of marijuana cases, shoplifting cases, underage drinking comes in both courts. So when you look at the courts, there's a great deal of similarities. Larry Mims has served as a state court judge since 1989, I believe is what he has said, and he's done a remarkable job there. He's chosen the time to step down. I'd like to step in and see if we can't take up where he left off and improve from that. State court handles some additional cases. They handle some civil cases as well as some misdemeanor cases not handled in the misdemeanor court. So you're gonna have both myself and my opponent. We make promises to you that we're gonna be fair and we're gonna be impartial and we're gonna do the right thing. And that's all we can do is make you the promise. And you gotta trust us to honor that promise once we make it to you. We have court, municipal court, every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. If any of y'all want to come sit in and see how I behave as a judge and my demeanor, please come sit in. You'll get an opportunity to see how we handle cases over there through the probation process, through the jail process. You're always invited. Sometimes it's very serious. You start putting people in jail. It's tough times for their families, but sometimes that's what they need. Also, there's times when we're kind of somewhat reminded of Mayberry and Otis and the old times. There's some humor goes on there too. So we try to take that levity where it's allowed, but we also try to take those cases very seriously. Every decision we make, normally in a municipal court case or a state court case, that may be the only time, and thankfully the only time, that most folks have any connection with the judicial system. There's not going to be a lot of people that has to go before a Superior Court judge for any matter, but you'll have a traffic ticket somewhere. Your son, your grandson may have a traffic ticket. There may be other problems that need to be resolved. And when that happens, you want somebody to be fair, but you don't want somebody that's just going, in my mind, you don't want somebody that's just going to rubber stamp the sentence. Misdemeanor charge can put a person in jail for 12 months. You take 12 months out of anybody's life, and you will affect them greatly with respect to that. Now, some people are deserving of 12 months in jail. Some people are deserving more than that. But I think it's important that you have a judge that has a background that can look into each one of those individuals and make a determination with respect to each individual case, not only what is best for that individual or his family or the community at large, and then make a ruling and be strong enough to make a ruling with regard to that. These decisions are not always easy, I promise you, but they are rewarding whenever you make a decision and have somebody come to you a year or 2 years later and tell you, thank you, Judge Benson, for what you've done, or thank you for what you've done for my son or my granddaughter, or thank you for giving me a chance. A lot of things that we do today can leave a blemish that'll come back to haunt us years from now. When you're 17, 18, 19, you don't realize that. When you're 32, 33, 34, 35, you do. So I like to say that I'm going to be fair and impartial as I can to each and every one of them, because that's the way I was brought up, that's the way I was taught. I'm going to try to make the right decision. I'm going to try to make the tough decisions. But I just want the opportunity to make the decision. So, if you will, come voting time, on, as I said, May 20th, Election Day, please go to those polls, and I ask you to vote for Herbie Benson. Thank you.